Binance will be the Lazada, will be the Shopee of cryptocurrencies. More and more people using their platform makes BNB more valuable. Yung disadvantage ng self-custody, no, please do remember this, that there's no more customer service if you lose your access, if you forgot your password, if you don't remember your seed phrases. It's not like going to the bank and you forgot your password. The bank can reset it for you. Hey guys, so yesterday we talked about cryptocurrencies from a technical analysis standpoint, and we saw Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, VED, and so much more consolidate on its low. So I made that video for people who love trading, who want to use technical analysis on how they can pinpoint areas in the chart where it's at the support, where it's actually bouncing, or areas in the chart also where it's at the resistance. And if you own the crypto, it could be an area for you to either take profits, or if you have cash, it's an area for you not to buy it while it's at the resistance. So always remember, if you are a trader, the closer it is to the support and it's bouncing off the support or it's holding off that support level, it's an area for you to pick it up and start to buy. And while it's at the resistance, it's an area for you to avoid if you have cash, and it's an area for you to take profits if you are a trader at the resistance. In this video, I want to share another portion of my crypto portfolio where I am an investor. So please do note this. What I've been doing in the stock market for both Philippine and US stocks is the same approach as what I'm doing in the crypto market. I have allocations, I have positions for stacking, investing, hodling, and I also have positions for trading, also certain positions for bits and pieces of speculation. But what I've been doing in the stock market is what I'm superimposing in the crypto market. And for those watching this that are invested in the stock market and want to also make that transition to cryptocurrencies, please do note it's not much of a shift, especially from a risk management standpoint, from a portfolio management standpoint, and also a technical analysis standpoint, because you already have the skills that made you successful in the stock market. Probably 4 or 5 years ago, my full context when I was looking at the cryptocurrency market was I was looking at it from a FOREX standpoint. And looking at it from hindsight right now, I see cryptocurrencies not more as currencies altogether. I see cryptos more of technology. I see cryptos as something that's game-changing. What I have been doing over the past 6-7 weeks, that we have been seeing the crypto markets still consolidating on its low. So please remember that the drop that happened last May was primarily because of all of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that China is putting on, that it banned all of the crypto mining activities. And I said this in a previous video that all of these things are external factors, and the reason why I'm investing in Bitcoin is primarily because of its technology. All of these things that's happening outside does not change the technology inside Bitcoin. Meaning, if it does not change the real reason on why I like Bitcoin, all of these things is not something that should startle me. Over the past 6 weeks, for my investing portfolio, I just kept on stacking. What I did though was I just focused fire. I accumulated as much Bitcoin as possible. I accumulated as much Ethereum as possible, and I accumulated as much BNB also as possible. But if you remember my previous videos, I said that I had more BNB than Bitcoin. I had more BNB than Ethereum. Last May, I think I had over 60% for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. Right now, I think 80% of what I have right now is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also BNB as well. But I've accumulated more Bitcoin, that my Bitcoin is almost the same amount already as my BNB. And I've accumulated also more Ethereum, that it's as big already as my BNB portfolio. I wanted to focus fire on the ones that I know will be there for the next 20 years. And the interview with Michael Saylor nudged me to keep on stacking more Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, and I've been saying this over and over, Bitcoin is very, very scarce. But after that interview with him, we talked about the Lightning Network, and I did my research on the Lightning Network more and more and more. And it's true, no? People are saying that Bitcoin lacks scalability, that it will have some scalability issues, and that transaction times are very, very slow for Bitcoin. However, when you put it up top, the Lightning Network, that's where transactions will become faster. When we start connecting Bitcoin with other layer 2 solutions, that's when things become faster, and that's where it becomes more and more and more interesting. You have to make a bet on something that you know will last. Bitcoin dropped, Ethereum dropped, BNB dropped, but it wasn't as massive as the other altcoins. It wasn't as massive as the other S coins. I've seen some altcoins drop over 75%. I've seen some S coins drop around 95%. Massive, massive drops. You want to be holding something that you know will be there 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line, because it has to make sense that you're not just buying it just because it's the it thing right now. You want to buy something because you know it will be there. Of all the cryptos that are around, of all the tokens that are around, that's something that I can say towards Bitcoin. For other cryptos, people would talk about what's their target price for selling. But if you look at the whole context of people who are hodling Bitcoin, their whole narrative is they want to have as much as possible. And no one's really talking about, okay, pag tumama dito, we'll start selling altogether. That doesn't happen eh. Because as scarce as Bitcoin is, people want to hold as much of it as possible. In the world of smart contracts, I think Ethereum will win. I think the biggest advantage of Ethereum is a lot of people are using it. The biggest advantage of Ethereum is that you have a lot of programmers and you have a lot of apps around it and you have a lot of users using it. The fact that there's so much NFTs riding Ethereum right now goes to show already that it's being used. And if there's one thing that I know, the more use cases it has, the more accepted it becomes, and the more valuable it is. And Ethereum has first mover advantage. Of course, there are a lot of issues regarding its scalability, but as Ethereum 2.0 gets rolled out over the next few years, I think those things will be addressed. But while they're starting to roll it out, while they're fixing it, people are already using it as well. I liked my interview with Steve C, where we talked about Binance will be the Lazada, will be the Shopee of cryptocurrencies. More and more people using their platform makes BNB more valuable. More and more people using the Binance Smart Chain makes BNB more valuable. The fact that they have NFTs right now, for you to be able to use Binance NFT, you need to have a Binance account, which will open them to the world of trading the cryptocurrency markets, but in a way also will open them to a world of seeing the value of BNB. So the bigger this gets, the more valuable BNB will be also. And it didn't matter, no, BNB 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, it didn't matter. Bitcoin at 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 31,000, 32,000, Ethereum at 2,000, 1,900, 2,100, 2,200. What mattered the most for me is I know it has dropped significantly. It's lower than where it was at its peak. People need to realize this. If you are stacking, if you're investing, place a larger preference on building a base while it's lower and not spotting the lowest point. Please always remember that we always fall in the temptation that I don't want to buy it yet, it might go lower, it might go lower, it might go lower, only to see it start to go higher and then you don't actually buy it. Place greater focus on allocating while it's lower and you don't need to spot it at its lowest point. BNB is different from Binance as an exchange. For those who want security also, I think it's very, very important that you buy hard wallets, cold wallets, where you can store it on your own. I have to realize that all of us, we have different risk tolerances. If you're not that comfortable leaving it in an exchange, especially if everything is there, might as well put it in a cold wallet. I have links down below. There's 3 options, and the ones that I've been using more right now is Elipal, so check it out below. If the money that you have, you plan to trade quickly on a regular basis, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, then it might be prudent for you to leave it in an exchange first. If at a certain point in time also that you don't plan to touch it anymore, that at a certain point in time also that, okay, this amount of money just want to just leave, then put it in a cold storage wallet. That's the whole point of self-custody, that you get to protect your own coins. Yung disadvantage ng self-custody, no, please do remember this, that there's no more customer service if you lose your access, if you forgot your password, if you don't remember your seed phrases. It's not like going to the bank and you forgot your password. The bank can reset it for you. This time, it's your keys. And I've seen so many people lose their cryptos because they forgot their seed phrases. So I guess that's the risk also in that, but it gives you the utmost security already because those are your tokens, those are your coins already, and it's something that you can't control. For smaller portions, over the past 6 weeks, I bought Cake, VET, and I also positioned in ADA. So these are smaller positions. Take primarily because I really love the yields that I get off of it. The more I stack onto it, the yields that I will get is something that's very attractive for me. For VET, I really like its real world applications. It's something I like, but it's not something that I would place it more VET versus I would place it more for Bitcoin. And same thing for Cardano. It's my hedge up against Ethereum just in case Ethereum does not deliver. It's nice to have positions like that just in case you're wrong, just in case things don't go the way you studied it to be, then at least you're covered. And that's one of the reasons why I'm buying it also. I don't know if later on if I would sell ADA, but I still have a greater degree of conviction for Ethereum as compared to ADA as well, primarily because it's being used more. If it delivers on its promises and then developers come in, apps become so amazing, and then users start really using it, allocations may also shift. But this is the snapshot of what I've been doing over the past 6 weeks since the drop. There's one thing that I do know is that these are cycles that when it's lower and you are investing, the best thing that you could ever do is to stack into things that you believe are superior, is to stack into things that you believe will do very, very well. Not for the next 8 minutes, not for the next 12 minutes, not for the next 18 minutes, but for something that you know because it will be there over the next 20 years. It's something that you can position in right now because you've studied it. It's not as risky to you anymore, but the upside becomes bigger because you know what you're getting into. I've been trying to get into NFTs more and more. So I think this is something that I'll be devoting more time and attention to. I even bought some of the packs that was being sold in the Binance marketplace. So they had this drop where you get to buy those mystery boxes. So I didn't open those mystery boxes yet. I don't know when I would want to open them or if I'll possibly sell it later on. NFTs are very, very interesting, and the upside that could be there for people who are willing to hodl, in my opinion, makes it very, very, very interesting, especially for the long term. I've been getting a lot of questions about Axie Infinity, so I haven't really played it yet, so I don't have any opinion off of it. If you really love playing it, if it's a game to you and you enjoy doing it, then maybe it's worth trying. Because if you've been playing it to begin with, then whatever you earn, whether it's a lot or not a lot of money, that becomes a bonus. The ones that will probably have a hard time are those who have great expectations to earn and the results are not coming out yet very, very fast. So yun lang, I think the biggest ones that will have advantage for this are those that are really gamers, or for lack of a better word, tambay, that don't have revenue, but now they suddenly have a chance to earn money. Then I think it's very, very good for them. And I think this gives a shot for more Filipinos also to have revenue, because everyone has a shot to actually earn and make their lives better. Everyone has a shot also to move forward and move closer and closer to whatever dreams they have of financial freedom. And if it's Axie for you, then study it. Don't just come into Axie just because everyone's talking about it right now. If that's your reason for coming in, then you might lose it. Better take the time to understand it first, take the time to research, and then put bits and pieces, small amounts of money first if you really want to study. Or be a scholar, because if you're a scholar, at least you are playing, trying it out, building the skill without really exposing yourself to a lot of money. I've seen a lot of people who have been successful in this, or at least are trying it right now. It takes also a lot of time to learn, a lot of time to actually play it to be successful. It's not something that gets rich quick. It's something that you devote a lot of time and attention on. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope that this is something that's insightful. And please do notice that no matter how much I talk about any cryptos or tokens here, never ever buy it just because it's discussed here in YouTube. It's your money, it's your responsibility. Please take the time to learn. Never ever buy just because you hear it off someone else. And if you want to learn more about investing, I have a technical analysis class which is happening this Saturday and Sunday, and also the Saturday and Sunday after that, where we will talk about how you can trade the Philippine, US, and cryptocurrency markets using technical analysis. Links are in the description below. If you want to buy US stocks for $1, check out GoTrade. If you want to buy cryptocurrencies for $10, which is their minimum for you to be able to trade, check out Binance. Links are in the description below. And if you want to trade Forex markets, XM is giving out $30 that you can use for free once you start using their platform. And if you want to grab a copy of my books, links are down below. DM me via Instagram or Patreon. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's insightful for all of you. This is Marvin Germo. Like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. And I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.